Welcome to your first look here at the Ironman National, the finale of the AMA Pro Motocross Championship. And it is, of course, brought to you by 6D Helmets. 6D Helmets is dedicated to the relentless pursuit of brain protection. 6D's patented Omni-Directional Suspension technology provides protection capabilities unmatched by any other helmet design. Established in 2011, 6D is the technology leader in both motorcycle and bicycle helmet design. Well, Jason Weigandt, Kellen Brauer here, bringing you guys the action as we get into the final round of AMA Pro Motocross. We had a press conference earlier today. We also had the Scouting Moto Combine today. But hey, if we go back to that press conference, obviously all the attention on Jett Lawrence. Will he go perfect? I feel like, though, you could also look at the attention that was put on Aaron Plessinger and Dylan Ferrandis. They look fired up. They want to go out on top in this last round.
Yeah, and Chase Sexton was not part of it because they invited the top three in points in both classes, so that's why Chase Sexton wasn't there. But he is the obvious pick of the guy who could potentially, I guess, end this perfect season. Jett doesn't really have a filter from which tells you what he thinks. So first of all, he said, yes, I am more nervous than at the other races. I don't want to blow it at the last race. It would have been way better if I'm going to blow it, do it earlier in the year. I was surprised he admitted that. But then he was asked a question about last week. The bad start, he did say he was stressing that a little bit. But he said in Moto 2 when Sexton got behind him, he wasn't worried because he's had Sexton behind him a bunch this year. So, wow, I was like surprised. But I think you're just getting what comes to his head, which is Sexton's been behind me. It's fine.
Yeah, it's not mind games. It's literally just raw Jett Lawrence emotion coming out of there. On the flip side, though, the other Lawrence brother, Hunter, going for that 250 title this weekend. Justin Cooper, 22 points down. Joe Shimoda still mathematically alive, but we think it's really just between Cooper and Hunter at this point. For Cooper, obviously, at one point in this season, he thought maybe it was over. He missed the High Point National with injury, and then now he sits here, 22 back of Hunter Lawrence. We talked to him. We'll get to that in a minute, but yeah, Hunter, again, kind of business as usual rolling into this weekend.
I think, but the one thing that makes it weird is he has a 22-point lead, as you said, which is win the first moto, and the title is yours no matter what. But Hunter has been so good this year at not necessarily having to win motos, but just managing it. So I'm going to be really curious to see how he plays Moto 1. Let's say he starts first. For sure, he's going for the win. If he starts 5th and 6th, will he say, be safe, I'll wrap it in Moto 2, or will he say, I have to get to the front to just ice this right now? Because you think about how scary it actually is if you don't have it clinched. There's so many Yamahas. Justin Cooper will win Moto 2 if Hunter Lawrence is out of Moto 2 and the title is wrapped up. You could just, who's going to beat him? 5 of his teammates will make sure, I feel, that he wins. So to me, Hunter locking up in Moto 1 could be really critical.
Yeah, and I think it also depends on who starts with him, right? If there are those Yamahas near him, he may not want to battle them or deal with them at all and just say, hey, take the spot. I'm just going to deal with myself in this situation. So that's kind of the plan coming into this week. And, of course, SMX standings, also a hot topic. You guys could check out some updates on that at racerxonline.com if you guys want to know who's in and who is out heading into the playoffs. There's a Scouting Moto Combine today, but let's get into some of the interviews that we got on press day as well as the press day riding. I feel like the last couple weeks for you have been better. What has been kind of the difference for you that you felt?
I think just confidence.
Okay.
Yeah, really, I mean, with the whole injury and everything, it's just been slowly kind of trying to gain strength. I wasn't able to do much upper body stuff in the off season because it would hinder me practicing, you know, and so that's obviously the primary focus is getting time on the bike. And I really do think that stem cell procedure I got at the end of Supercross is starting to help me, and I'm able to do upper body stuff in the gym without compromising the bike stuff. So I'm just getting stronger. Yeah, my fitness feels great, which it's hard for me, like as a man. I ran into Will Hahn at the airport last week, and I was telling him this, but like as a man, it's hard every weekend. I hit that one point in the moto where I'm like, dude, I could die for this if I wanted to, but I end up going a little bit backwards like last week and had a great 25 minutes, and people assume I get tired, and I'm like, dude, I'm a professional athlete. I'm not getting tired 25 minutes into the first moto. So, no, I actually feel like I'm in the best shape I've been in my life. Just helps, obviously, racing and having that base fitness, but it's really just confidence, and you know, I still got it, so that's nice.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's talking about the fact you're 22nd in SMX coming into this. Is that kind of the only goal you have this weekend, or is it still like, no, I want to have like an X result on the weekend?
I mean, it's definitely a big focus this weekend, but I don't want it to be like all my focus. I still want to do well for myself, you know. But say something happens, and then you know I'm going to be really focused on just getting those points. I think I need 17 to secure the spot. So, but I think you know focusing on that too much is going to hinder you know the results. So I just want to go out there and ride like myself and see what happens.
How do you grade your season? What kind of grade do you give yourself, maybe?
I don't know. It was a good season. I learned a lot. I've done every single race, haven't missed a round. So that and just learning the process of the races. I haven't raced this much ever. Amateur races, you do race a lot, but it's never this much consecutively. So like figuring out how my body works during the season. It's a long season, and I can only imagine doing Supercross before this. So yeah, just learn how to recover and take it week by week and learn that process is a big deal.
Coming off Loretta's, bam, right into the top 10 at Unadilla. I know you did a couple rounds before that of Pro Motocross, but man, I feel like you kind of fit right in right away.
Yeah, I like the longer motos, and preparing down at Club MX helped me riding with Garrett and Phil on the 450s, so I kind of knew where to fit in there. So
20th in the playoff standings, trying to get a few more points just to sneak in, right?
Yeah, I was able to coast off my Supercross points up until this point pretty much, and got a couple of guys creeping in. So, yeah, I haven't got a whole lot of preparation for this. I was just kind of heading home from my parents' property in Oregon. We just had the big hill jam over there, and I live in North Carolina. So I got a couple times a year make that trek and grab my childhood buddy as a mechanic, and we're here.
What's kind of the mentality rolling into this weekend?
Hey, at least there's a chance. I mean, we were out of it, I felt like, after round 4, and we're back in it, kind of. I mean, anything could happen. We're not really focused on that. We're focused on doing the best we can and winning. The plan is to go out on top, and I feel like Hunter's going to be probably playing a little bit defensive, so we should have a good opportunity to battle up front and hopefully get a win.
Good. Have you surprised yourself a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, first round especially, like with the good starts, and then obviously I could stay in the top 10 and then finish 7th. Was really good. I just tried to enjoy the weekend. It was quite busy on Friday with the media stuff, and Saturday also with the packed schedule. And no, I really enjoyed, and yeah. So maybe the hopes were a little bit higher for the Butts Creek, and yeah, didn't get so good stars over there. And but still consistent races. We managed to finish both motos. I enjoyed, and the ride was pretty strong, and was really close to top 10. I had a couple of guys in front of me both races, but 12th was still okay. I mean, if I will finish 12 in the Unadilla, I will be really happy. Yeah. So. No, I mean, it's been consistent for motos, and yeah, we have one round to go, so try to enjoy and do my best.
I believe was running up there in the time qualifying practice really well. And ran into great performance here. What we'll call his freshman year in our 450 class. Well, in our pro race, way back and forth across. Benson worked his way back and forth across the country trying to make as many Americans as possible. Interesting. Everybody has a little different take on the layout, on the off camber, on the dirt, that type of thing.